Hey guys, what is up everyone? It's Jackie Felix here, and today I just want to speed run through the artifacts and lightstones, which is coming out tomorrow on NAEU, as well as some other regions, and I just want to go through the TLDR of essentially like what you guys need to know for the artifacts and lightstones. Now, before we begin, if you guys enjoy the content, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so for the Lightstones and artifacts, okay, here's how it works. Just imagine them like this. There are two new gear slots, two new artifact gear slots, which within those two gear slots you add you attach two Lightstones to them, right? So it's kind of like if you have your Pentagon shoes and then you have two crystals attached to those. Now, where it's different is that each artifact has a like a stat bonus, and then each Lightstone has a set bonus in stat bonus on top of that. And then even on top of that, when you combine 4 Lightstones together, you get a set effect bonus as well. And this is important. So artifacts cannot be sold or bought on the central market, but Lightstones can. And I checked out Bluestream yesterday on KR. Some of these Lightstones are around 1 to 2 billion silver each. Some of them can range from between 4 to 500 mil. So the more useless ones probably going to be, no one's going to really want them, so they'll be low in price. But what I'm saying is, the prices of these Lightstones will be pretty expensive, because this is essentially one of the biggest gear upgrades we've had in a fair while. The stats you get from these items are absolutely going to be insane. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, you do get a bunch of some artifacts and Lightstones from doing quest lines at the beginning. I don't know if you necessarily need to do these quest lines before you can get the artifacts and Lightstones. I doubt you need to do that, but these are kind of trash. Like, you get monster damage, combat XP, monster damage reduction. These are not the Lightstones you would really go for endgame, right? So yeah. Now let's go through the artifacts. You can see here you get a combination of different stuff. You can either go for melee AP, range AP, or magic AP, DR, or evasion, or you can go for all DR plus 3 or all evasion plus 6. I think this one's pretty good. The all evasion plus 6. I think magic or melee evasion plus 12 can be good as well in certain situations, but personally I'm going to be going for the max HP plus 75. And as you can see, there's a different combination of stuff you can go for to drop these artifacts, right? You can either do field bosses such as Black Shadow, world bosses such as Garmoth or Quint, or field bosses here, Red Nose, Dimtree, or scrolls, right? Or normal or awakening boss scrolls. Now, I have a question for people, and I'm not 100% sure on this. I'm just wondering, is the drop rate on the artifacts similar for the normal and awakened boss scrolls, or are they different? I assume that the awakened boss scrolls will have a high drop rate, but I'm not 100% sure on that. The other question I have is, I'll go through in the Lightstones later, but if you're grinding polys, do those mobs have a significantly lower drop rate compared to Olins? I'm assuming they do, or otherwise it'll be pretty broken. So as you can see here for this, if you want the HP artifact, you have to grind Olins, essentially. I don't think anything else is really that reliable. Like, Crypt is not accessible to 99.99% of the BDO population. Olins is still a tough grind spot, but this is manageable, right? So, yeah. And then you have interesting stuff like Stamina and BSR Rage plus 10%. In combination with that, there'll also be life skill artifacts and lifestones, and you get these from doing Imperial Delivery or actually just doing life skill. So it's very easy to get these kind of lightstones. Well, not easy, it's just accessible, but the drop rate might be a little bit low, okay? Okay, now we go on to the second part, which is essentially the Lightstones. So you have 4 types of Lightstones, which is Fire, Earth, Wind, Grass. Okay, Fire is offensive, Earth is defensive, Wind is special, Grass is life skills. And here you can see all the grind spots, world bosses, field bosses, and scrolls you can get these Lightstones from. And when you, so these Lightstones can be sold on the marketplace. When you get a Lightstone, it will be an imperfect Lightstone. And you need to turn this into a purified Lightstone, essentially. And there's two methods you can do this. The first method, you can either just use Guru 1 or higher and do alchemy with these ingredients. The easier way to do it is to spend 20 mil and just make the purified Lightstone from a NPC, which you can do infinite amount of times, right? I think most people will probably go this route. Now, there's also a system where if you don't get the Lightstone you want, you can kind of reuse 3 of the unwanted Lightstones and make it into a new purified Lightstone. So this is kind of like, if you get a Lightstone you don't really want, you can like kind of turn it, like get 3 of those and turn it into a different Lightstone essentially. So yeah, that's like the last thing I want to go through is a set of effects, right? And you can see how many different combinations of Lightstones there are. And you need a specific combination of Lightstones in order to get the set effect, right? So, for example, one of the set effects I think is really strong is we scroll down and we look at this one, right? The set bonus is you get 18 DR, 33 evasion, 200 HP, 3% special attack evasion. Now this is including the Lightstones as well, the individual buffs, right? For this you need Iron Wall, Waves, Heart, and Disturbance. You need these 4 specific Lightstones or else the set effect will not work, right? And then you have, the thing I like about this is there's so many different combinations. And if you want to go to the extreme end, there is something like this one, After Image, where you lose 80% on all your resistances, but you gain 23 DR and 46 evasion and 50 spirit. So that is on the extreme end, right? You can either sacrifice defensive stats for offensive stats, or you can sacrifice offensive stats for defensive stats. There's a lot of various combinations, and here you can see you get 48 evasion if you get 4 of these Waves Lightstones. So there's many different combinations. I think the defensive Lightstones are a lot stronger than the offensive Lightstones. It's kind of a 2-to-1 ratio, but for people that are DR build, it doesn't really make sense to go defensive because you won't get the maximum benefit out of the evasion stats, right? But these Lightstones are very strong for evasion builds or evasion classes in general. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just wrap it up for you guys. I'll just summarize it for you guys real quick. So essentially, artifacts, if you compare this to normal gear, artifacts are like your Ergon shoes, and then Lightstones are like your crystals, right? You combine 4 Lightstones together to create a set effect. And essentially, artifacts cannot be sold, Lightstones can be sold. You pay 20 mil to turn an imperfect Lightstone to a perfect into a proper Lightstone. And then you have, if you have 3 of those Lightstones you don't need, then you can reuse them to create a new Lightstone. Okay? If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. But I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.